first, but what is going on, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video. I'm back. We go up. Of course, somebody's coming down. And we go left, past all kinds of garbage. So, I think my plan right now is to just kind of get through this one section of the trail because it's just a lot of garbage. There's a lot of garbage there, and I don't want to, show it because it's gross. So I think I'm going to blast through this. I've already hiked this. Is kind of the point to start at the trail. So I'm going to hike this part, get past the first of, I think, 3 or 4 streets. And let's get into what we're doing, shall we? I'm going to take a break. Let's go this way. Someone built a swing over the river. That's a little sketchy. Okay, so it's gone. The plan is to through hike Redhill Valley Trail. So this is where I started, the bridge, and we've hiked all the way to here. So we're going all the way, right to the end. So let's do that. First street. All right. Traffic's quieted down a bit, except for the highway. So the plan, actually, I was gonna say, hopefully that's the last of the garbage, or at least the worst of it. But you never know. It was really bad, and there's people hanging out, so I didn't want to film. I'm sure they're not following me. Anyways, plan is to through hike Redhill Valley Trail. So it's not a huge trail. It's not like a, I don't even think it would be considered a day hike. You could do it in probably a morning. Actually, I should look at how long it is. But yeah, that's the plan. Through hike Redhill Valley. I've always wanted to do this. And I think, oh look, ducky. Here, ducky, ducky, ducky. I've always wanted to do this, and there's other reasons why I'm doing it as well. I'll get into that later when we get to the end and have a coffee. So, another uphill. Yay. Nice. He's singing. There he goes. Crows are awesome. Well, I might have found a pretty decent little spot here to maybe take a break. I suppose I could just tell you now, I'm trying to avoid anything like this or anything like that because this time of year is pretty much the worst time of year for ticks. I'll get into a story at the end, I guess. Maybe we'll do that. So the other reason why I wanted to hike here is because you're not so exposed to tall grass and stuff like that. So it's a pretty open trail, as you can see. So I think I'm going to stop here. I'm sweating a little, so get some water going, take a break. Let's see if you can see me. I gotta say, this has got to be the cleanest camp I've ever seen, considering what I've just passed through. This is pretty clean. Alright, time to get packed up, keep moving. How do you like my handy dandy seating pad? It's part of a life jacket. Yep, it works. Alright, let's get a move on, shall we? getting to the creek now. Nice. So that's actually why I started where I started, was technically beside the QEW, but the trail kind of goes with the creek. So I started basically where you pass over the creek and you end up down by the beach. That's why I started where I did. Ramble on. Let's go this way. Oh, look at this little baby. Oh, that's adorable. Grow, baby, grow. Just had to get away from a bit of a neighborhood. I didn't want to film. I find it very strange to be so close to somebody's backyard, like it's right there and there's just a fence that you can see through. I don't know, I find it strange. Anyways, I had to bust out the phone / GPS. You are the phone. I had to use my maps. I did words. I use words. Let's try that again. I had to bust out the maps because I saw where the trail was going and I'm like, what? And so I look at the map and it's literally just wrapping around a park and you just keep walking straight. And what's funny about that is I planned this trip. I literally mapped out the whole trek, which is interesting because I forget how long it is. I want to say it's like 7 kilometers or so. Anyways, I just thought you should know. It's kind of funny. I had a bit of a panic. I was like, why is there 2 trails? There's a fork. And it was just wrapping around a park. All of these trails are seriously killing me. I want to go explore. Not down there, because that's towards the highway. Anyways, let's go this way. Well, this is going to be loud. I apologize, but in case you're wondering why this is called Redhill, it's because, whoop, my finger. It's because majority of the creek / valley is red dirt. I'll try and find a better spot, but that's why. Okay, coming up on our second street crossing, and I'm hoping the map on the other side is a little bit nicer to be around and not so loud, and I can explain what's going on. Street crossing. And green light. Tell him you're friend of Bill Mars. Alright. Let's get back in the trail, shall we? Okay, here we go. That's a much nicer sign. Should have came to this one. Yeah, anyways, we are now, whoops, yeah. So, what happened was, I had gotten dropped off here, and I hiked out to the bridge. That's where I started the video. As I said, after that, you go across, you're kind of at Lake Ontario. So, we've come all the way down. Whoops. Look at the camera. We've come all the way down. We got a ways to go. How long is it? Does it tell you, by the way? How long are we on? Doesn't say. No. 1 kilometer. Okay, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. 1 kilometer, 1 line is 1 kilometer. Maybe? Like 1, 2, no, because then what about there? Okay, we're gonna have to do it later. I'll do it again. Anyways, we continue on. By the way, the garbage situation here isn't amazing, but it's way better than it was in the beginning of the trail, so I think that was the worst of it, to be honest. Yeah, see what I mean? This is the kind of stuff that's driving me crazy. It's seeing trails that are like Hike me. Hike me. Not yet. We go this way. Kind of crazy how clear that water is. It's not very clean water. It is cool though. Getting away from the highway now. Big old patio up there. Oh. So I just passed another camp with a tent pitched, and to be honest, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that dirty. And I think that if you keep your situation like that, you don't just spread out the garbage and you don't care, nobody minds. I mean, there's houses everywhere. There's people that can obviously see that tent. And I mean, I'm sure there's people that would not want it to be there, but if it's relatively clean, I feel like people will leave you alone, honestly. Not that it makes it right or anything. It's just a thought I had. I'm out here alone. Oh, look at that. More water. Let's go look at the water. Doo-doo-dee. Wow. Again, look at that. Wow. That's so cool. Such a bizarre way of flowing. That's so cool. It looks like AI. Wow. It's wild. It's funny. Hopefully you can hear that little beep. That bird was checking me out. There he is. Not in a good way either. There's one thing I learned about those little buggers is when they're chirping at you, you're near their nest and they don't like it. And it hasn't happened to me, but it has in the past, where they'll dive bomb you. And they get real close too. They're accurate. They are not, yeah. Anyways, little chirp, I like it. We're almost at the third road crossing. We're getting there, boyo. Getting a little bit out of breath. A lot of up and down. But that's kind of the point, right? So, anyways, yeah, I just came up. Hopefully you can see that. Not too much of a grade. And we go back down. Man, that's a gamble. Might be a nice spot to take a break though. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Dano's gonna face his fears, his phobia, because of the knowledge of it takes a tick 24 hours to like pierce into blood, right? It has to eat your skin, and I know it's gross, but for at least 24 hours. So I'm going to, oh boy, that's a big camp. Okay, I guess not. We're going to turn around and get out of here. Never mind. Let's go. This way. By the way, this here, all of that, all of this tall growth makes me nauseous. All of that is just prime tick spots. And they don't just jump onto your foot, by the way. They can fall off of branches like this. They can, believe me, we'll get into it later, but anyways, we'll cross over, and man, I really wanted to take a break. All right, let's go this way. All right, I'm not climbing all the way up, yeah. So we go over yonder. We go under the street, not over it. Yay! Oh, that would be fun to walk through at night. Who would ever want to come through here at night? Echo! That's creepy. It looks way further than it is. It It just looks like I'm walking into the light. Join me as I walk into the light. Alright, that's enough. Now, hopefully, you know what? Yeah, this seems like a good spot to take a break, because my knee is singing and it's not happy. But take a quick break. Can I set you up, or is it gonna fall? There. Break time. Break an ankle now. Okay. Ooh, too tight. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, let's go take a look at this map. See how far we've gone, shall we? Let's go this way. By the way, a biker just went by and almost wiped out because of a stick. Just thought you should know. It was a little funny. No, it wasn't funny. It's not funny. All right, let's go look at the map. Okay, we are now, where are we? Seriously. Ah, here we are. We're right meow. Can't believe I didn't see that giant "you are here." So, we've come all that way. And I'd say we're about halfway. Not too shabby. We gotta go in. This is where it gets a little tricky, because there's all kinds of switches that you need to do in order to get all the way down. That's my end game right there, because really that goes to Albion Falls, and Redhill, I guess technically keeps going up, or you could go that way. So I'm ending it here because I have to hike all the way back up to here to get picked up. Or, I don't know, if my knee's feeling all right, I might hike, but I don't want to take the trail. I don't want to. Anyways, let's keep going. Well, I think the street in behind me is the last street crossing, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, look, another sign. Maybe we check. No, we're not gonna do that. That's not our style. All right, we go down. Let's go this way. All right, first bridge river crossing. Somebody was very obviously doing donuts here. But I'm gonna check the map because, again, we're at a fork. I'm pretty sure we're to go this way, but I'm just gonna make sure. Look at the river. Nice. Just as I'm about to leave. Alright. A male and female. Just hanging out. Nice. Well, he's watching me like a hawk. Okay, so we do cross the bridge. The other trail leads to like a street, like you can leave Redhill Valley basically. So we're going this way. Whoo! So just so you know, took a, where'd you go? These are the little black dudes. Yeah. See? Wow, those are blue jays. Wow. There's like 3 or 4 blue jays all together. Wow. Huh? You see, this is the situation that I'm talking about. And you're like, wow, there's like 25 blue jays all together screaming at the same time. There's a nest around and they're not happy. I've never seen like 4, 5, 6 blue jays together though. That's kind of cool. Oh, we gotta switch back. We go that way. All right, now we're getting serious. We're going up. Blue jays are still following me. Only one is though. All right, let's go up. Oh boy. Oh. I think the trick to going uphill is just going slowly. Don't try and rush, which I'm really bad at. I go out for a hike, I want to finish it right now and get it done. And all of a sudden you've only been hiking for a couple hours and your knees hurt. I'm just gonna film myself the whole time walking up this. See, I'm already walking too fast. Oh, yeah. So you want to hear something funny? When I set out for this hike, I thought that the ground, we're almost there, was cement. Oop. I thought the ground was cement. Oh, turns out it's pretty much dirt and gravel. And so I thought it would be cement, so I put my little rubber attachment on my hiking pole. It's not really doing anything. Oh, and now we go down. Whoo, that was a good hill to climb, boyo. Wow. Oh. Oh. Well, it's getting warm. Jacket's gotta come off, bud. Whoo. Feel much better now, though. I also took the rubber off, so now I actually get a little bit of grip. I'm not sliding. So onward and yep, upward. These two ducks have been fighting overhead while I hike. See if we can grab them. Yeah, they're not happy. If I had to guess, I'd say that's a male fighting a male. Because they do fight. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be, ducks mate for life. So once they find one, that's it. Which I always found interesting is when you see a male with 2 females, you're like, okay, this guy's a little... Anyways, I just thought I'd show you. They've been fighting over my head for the past, I don't know, feels like 30 seconds. Oh, let's go this way. Oh, I found the female. Why not? There she is. You gotta imagine she's like, Bob, where'd you go? Yeah, I'm weird. Leave me alone. Let's go this way. I love how much birch sticks out. By far my favorite tree. Just surrounded. It's so awesome. I love them. Coming up on our second bridge crossing, river crossing. How do you cross a bridge, right? You'd have to go the other way over it. Anyways, crossing a river. And it's nice because the highway we're kind of like starting to get away from the highway, so the sound is really nice. Ooh, there's rocks here. Oh, look, more duckies. Duckies. Don't run. It's all good. Wah. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, duckies. Anyways, let's see. Oh, wow, look at that cardinal. Holy jeez. That is red. Wow. Look at that. Alright, I can't get any closer. It'll take off. Nice. Little cardinal. You gonna take off? Watch. Doing? Yeah. Oh, please stay there, buddy. He's so pretty. Wow. Oh, he's gone. Beautiful red, though. I mean, everything is everything's brown. So, oh, well, that's probably why. That makes sense. Somebody left a bunch of bird feed. We keep going. Oh, a ground squirrel with no tail. Let me in. Maybe he'll pop out. Nah, he's probably in there. Yeah, anyways, doing pretty good. I just checked the map again, and it seems like we always go to the left, put it that way. So that's what we're gonna do. Every time there's a fork, we go to the left. So we're looking good. I'm liking the further away you get from, I mean, excluding all this fur or cotton, whatever that is, the more you get away from people and, you know, the trails that people would use, the less garbage there is, which is nice. It really is. I don't like seeing garbage in the woods. It just makes me think of lazy people, and it also makes me feel lazy because I could spend the day picking it all up and it would just get replaced. So what is going on? Yeah. Oh, I know where you see. So I'm like, what? I can actually see a sign way down there, so we're cutting that way. Yay! Birds are laughing. Just saw a guy with a really big pack on, and I was gonna ask him, like, hey, you know, are you training? There's only two things you do. He had headphones on, so that's why I didn't ask him. But there's only two things you're doing. You're either hiking, you're either through hiking the Bruce Trail, or you're training. It is a big pack. Anyways, we are, oh, we're so close. So here's what I've been thinking since the beginning. Like, do they mean that, like, if I did that, like, that's a kilometer? You know, like, that's 2 kilometers. See, it doesn't make sense. Whoa, this is moving. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. The whole sign's moving. Jeez. Anyways, we're almost there. We're in the bottom stretch. We go this way. Figures. Once I switch it over, it turns into see me. Oh, there you go. That might be a trail worth looking at. The Hamburg Loop. So, bridge number 3 done. I believe we're on the Bruce Trail right now. See, this is what I mean. It's very kind of tricky to know where the trail goes. Got to pay attention. And may I add, when I first was like, I'm going to through hike Redhill Valley, I'm like, oh, it's not that long of a trail, right? It really, like, it's not, like I said, it's not going to take you an entire day or 2 days, you know, to through hike it. Let me tell you though, it's a hard trail. It's not easy. I got to the halfway mark there and I was like, oh, I thought I was way further. I'm not complaining though, I like it. It's a nice trail. Majority of it's taken care of. And it's a good way to, that skunk. It's a good way to get back in shape. I mean, if they sprayed, would they spray again? Is there more than one? I don't know. We go this way, anyways. All right, rubber's back on. Figures. I got a feeling majority of this is going to be cement. Oh, this river's so beautiful. Anyways, let's go. We go. Come on. Meow. All right. A little bit of an update. One is, what's funny, I was standing there for however long that was trying to get an Instagram story out and everybody kept showing up. The other thing is I'm on the wrong trail. Didn't take a left. So we're gonna have to pay attention. Might end up hiking the Bruce Trail. We don't want to do that. We want to through hike the rail trail. Oh my goodness. Through hike Redhill. So Redhill's supposed to be over there. And I took went straight instead of taking a left. So I'm gonna get back on the map, see where we are. Oh, there's a beautiful blue jay. Wow. It's so amazing to see the colors against the brown. Like, they pop. Where'd he go? There he is. Oh wow, he's a decent size too. There he goes. It's so cool. Like the reds and the blues. There's another one. Wow. Lots of blue jays out. Beep! They're not the greatest sounding bird, but they look nice. Beep! Let's go find our trail. Okay. Figured it out. However, I may have hiked at least half a kilometer, if not a kilometer, sort of out of the way. But I mean, that's not terrible. Just tack it on, bud. So, I believe it's 1.3 kilometers to the bridge. And then we get a kiafi. But we need to take a left turn coming up soon. Oh, it's so nice here. We're in this valley, like, that just keeps going, but all this hill just, you know, dampens, I guess is the word, the traffic. It's just nice. Oh, my knees are screaming. But we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna take a nice break, have a coffee. Yeah, let's do the amp. It's looking like we're going partially up, which isn't gee. So I think I'm gonna take a break on this rock, give my knee a break. But we're going that way. Yeah, it's looking not too steep, but steep enough to take a break. So let's sit down for a second. Oh, it's nice to sit down. So I actually looked at the map again, and when I crossed that third bridge, I was supposed to backtrack a little bit and get over to the Redhill Valley Trail, not the Bruce Trail. So we hiked basically the same distance, and now we're crossing. It might be a little bit further of a crossing to Redhill. Could be worse. We didn't go that far off, is kind of, I guess, what I'm getting at. But sit for a bit more, have some water, and then we head that way. We're so close to being done. Oh, I can't wait for coffee. Oh. Oh, she got steep, boy. Well, we're almost back on track. All right, back on track. That was one heck of a climb. And to be honest, my phone is pretty close to dying. And there's under a kilometer left, so I'm gonna get to the bridge and get some coffee going, because I'd like music on the way back. So let's get to our spot. Let's get to the ending. This trail is kind of nice, zigzaggy. Zigzag. Alright. Man, this got real zigzaggy. And the trail behind me, over there, that doesn't even exist on the maps. Well, luckily, we have data. So, hopefully we're on the right trail. I'm pretty sure we are, though. And we're going up. Oh boy. We made it. There's a bridge, and there's the bridge. Well, maybe we'll sit down there. Yeah, I think we'll sit down here, although it might be too loud. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think we made the right choice coming to the bridge, because a little bit quieter. Got a nice little pond here. A goose! He looks so small. There he is. He's just swimming around. Gotta be careful, because, yeah. I was literally about to say, you gotta find where Mama is. And that's why Dad is in the water, because Mama is on the shore there. You probably won't be able to see her. She's pretty good tucked in there. But she's got eggs. And Dad will jump at you 100%. It's happened to me. He will. They don't mess around. So whenever you see a goose just sitting on a pond alone, you're like, where's Mom? Anyways, we made it to the bridge. Oh, what a hike. My phone is at like 30%, but this trail is now the Bruce Trail. There's no more Redhill Valley Trail. It's done. It's over there. It's gone. Took off. All right, let's go. And I'm burning out, man. I gotta get some caffeine in me. Let's get up here and get some. Yeah, this sounds better, right? Nice. Perfect. Oh, that sucks. I didn't expect that. We have a nice rust circle at the bottom of my pot. I've been trying to get it out with my finger. Guess that's what happens when you store these. I've never had that happen before, but I guess we're not having coffee. I gotta clean that. See if I can get rid of the rust. Alright, well, on to plan B. No coffee for Deano. Let's see if I can get Yeah. There she is. See if I can show you Mama. Well, there's Dad. He's hanging out. Mama is right in the middle of the shot. You see her neck and head. So she's just hanging out. Dad's keeping her safe. Well, I think I'll save my story for another video, another hike, because my battery is very low and I gotta get out of here. Not only music, right, but map as well. Make sure that well, I guess that doesn't really matter. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it here. We got through the trail. That's the important thing. I definitely need a battery bank. That's another important thing. But I'd like to thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you if you made it all the way through. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.